So I'm back from the pacemaker surgery and I'm back on the treadmill. I've got a badass story to tell about how things went sideways, so buckle up. First of all, I want to state this very clearly. What happened to me is not typical of a standard pacemaker box change. I've mentioned before that I was born with transposition of the great arteries and my heart has been reconstructed. So when things go wrong, things can go very wrong. I was on the operating table and the pacemaker box change was going well at first. However, during the operation, my heart suddenly went into atrial fibrillation. This is when the heart rate starts being super fast and super irregular. They tried to get it under control right there on the operating table, but the heart rate just simply wouldn't settle. And of course, I was awake for the whole thing. So I was taken into recovery and monitored extremely closely. For over 2 hours, my heart rate raced between 135 and 141. My blood pressure and oxygen kept dropping into unsafe levels, and so they decided to give me an IV drip and gave me some oxygen. However, this didn't help the heart rhythm because it stayed in AFib. Every alarm that I was hooked up to had something it wanted to say. After discussing it with the team, which by the way are complete heroes, they decided that I needed a cardio version. That's where they put you under anesthesia and then give you an electric shock to reset the heart rhythm. Basically, it was a system reboot. Of course, there's risks to a cardio version, and even more so for someone with TGA. This includes the risk of stroke and yes, a chance of death, which they gave me a chance of 1 in every 1,000. I signed the consent form and the reboot worked. I booted back into factory settings. I want to thank all the heroes at the Bristol Heart Institute. Matthew, Howell, Ivy, Aura, Abby, Carla, Gregory, Storm, and the many others. I counted at least 8 people in the operating room, and there were so many more throughout the day. Truly, thank you so much for all of your hard work. I'm going to be starting on blood thinners. This is going to come with its own set of challenges given my lifestyle. But that's a problem for another day. But of course, this isn't just about me. Right now, I've got 38 miles to walk in November for the British Heart Foundation. It's going to be a slow and steady set of miles, but I'm still up for the challenge. I'm still here and I'm still moving. If you'd like to support me in this walk, you can do that at peterfisher.life/sponsor. This is a 75-mile walk for the British Heart Foundation. Thank you all for your generosity, your support, and your love. I know that there's so many messages that you've sent already. I will get back to each and every one of them in due course. And for now, let's just keep walking.